I just seen a shooting star. I mean, this one, it wasn't just a second long, because I just recorded the other light bulb in the sky. You could probably even see it if I turn the phone this way, which normally you can't see anything unless I zoom in. But man, that one, guys, that was beautiful. To those people in charge that shot that star right on Easton Road, right across from the military base over here. I forget what it's called. It's Willow Grove. I don't know, freaking space station, whatever you want to call it, because there's a lot of space there. That bad boy went. It was like up here, and it's like shh, and it kept going. Fire behind it. My God, that thing was beautiful. And I just was getting ready to put the camera on, and I'm just looking at it like it's too late. I'm not going to be able to get it. Unbelievable. I mean, literally, it's unbelievable. It's so unbelievable that I don't believe that it's really a shooting star. But man, that felt good to see, because I seen fire behind it. Just that thing lasted like, it was like a 5-second shooting star right in front of everybody's eyes. I wonder how many people even seen that. That's the second time I seen one, but not like that. Good job, guys. That thing looked freaking... That thing looked unreal. Freemason who? Freemason who? It's funny. I don't think it was meant like that, but there's a knock knock, right? And then Justin did a knock knock, and then I did a video, who's there? Because it's about the you know, the intermediate point when you're getting ready to sleep or when you're waking up. And who's there? So, you know, hypnagogic and pimpology, or whatever that other word is. And then Barb does Freemason. Knock knock, who's there? Freemason. Freemason who? The Freemason that's gonna rule the world. I don't really have anything to say on this one. I just seen that shooting star. I was like, man, you just want to capture those moments and share them with people. Because I would have caught it real good on the phone. Because apparently the stars they're getting closer to the Earth. You know, the bright morning star. It's like, it's the same as it was when Jesus Christ was walking the earth. Even though back then the stars were real, but this time the stars are coming very close. I mean, they're not all fake, Jethro. They're not all fake. Not every one of them. Just most of them. I swear I'm driving closer to the star. It's like it just keeps getting closer and closer, but I'm only driving. I mean, if it's 500 million miles away, it wouldn't matter how far you drive. You can drive around the Earth, the entire Earth once, and it'll still be in the same spot, apparently. But then again, if you're driving in the direction where the Earth is spinning, right? If the Earth is spinning like to the left, and you're driving like to the right, then as the Earth is spinning, guys, okay, as the Earth is spinning and we're driving this way, we're kind of like not going anywhere, because we're gonna be spinning, and it's like we'll never get completely anywhere because we keep spinning real fast and we're like driving this way. I don't know, it never made sense to me. I never could really comprehend when I was in school, and this was a long time ago, when I was in grade school and I seen this globe on a ball, on a stand, and I'm like, man, why does that brand new vehicle have a headlight out? I mean, everything did make sense, it made sense because it didn't make any sense whatsoever. Anything like the monkey that is on the chartboard, and he's standing up little by little, and then all of a sudden you see a man like over there, and then it's called evolution. I've always looked at it like, what are they trying to say? It came from monkeys? I'm just like, no. Nope. That just doesn't. I wasn't buying your shit, Elite, from the beginning, from the time that I could remember thinking. I wasn't buying it. And the earth on the ball, and it was tilted on an axis. I just always thought as a kid, well, wait a minute. If I pour water on top of the ball, it's going to drip at the bottom and just drip down. It's going to go around as much as it can and just drip down. Well, that's because, son, there's a thing called gravity. And gravity holds everything upside down. Gravity holds everything together while everything is upside down. So I guess SJD would be called gravity, guys. Because he's trying to hold everything together while everything is literally upside down. Hey, Steve. Yeah. I see you didn't sleep very good last night. How do I know that? I seen that you made another video about me. It said 5 hours ago, so it was right around almost 2 o'clock. Because it's 6:45 now. It's 6:45. See, I told you wouldn't be able to stop making videos about me, Steve. If I hold no water, if my words are, if it's like this, if my words have no bearing at all, you would ignore me, just like I ignore watching anybody else's videos that has come against me, because their words truly mean shit to me. And the proof is, well, I just don't watch them. The proof you got, Steve, is not only do you watch my videos, but damn, you make videos about me. That means my words are just eating you alive. Hey, look, the economy is, $2.35 for gas. And I'm telling you, man, America is gonna be so great. There's a ton of jobs. There literally is a ton of jobs out there. I mean, ever since they came out with the Pokemon Go app, using that little creature as a target a couple of years ago. Ever since they came out with that app, man, because I remember walking in the park, me and my wife walking in the park, same one we always go to, you guys know what I'm talking about, and all these freaking people were in the park one day. I know I said this story before, but I'll say it again. All these people were in the park one day, and they're all just like, and then you see like the family, you see like the parents and the kids, and the whole park is packed with people, and we're looking at each other like, what the hell is going on? it literally looked like zombies. Like, just take away the phone, pretend the phone wasn't there, they looked like straight up zombies. It was the creepiest damn thing I think I've ever seen, because I didn't understand what they were doing. And then my stepson told me that it was a, they just released this Pokemon Go app. I didn't connect the dots at that time. But I'm thinking, man, it's like, the first thing I'm thinking is, okay, so they get all these people to follow this target in like a park setting so they can drop a bomb on everybody and blow us up. That's back when I thought that the bombs would be real and the war would be real. You know, like they were really going to do that. They really are, but just not that way. So we were walking in there, and I'm just so damn disturbed. And then the next day we go in, knowing what they're doing, knowing that it's a Pokemon Go app. I mean, that's the next day is when we thought, I walked there and I thought, man, they're training us to follow this little Pokemon target thing into one place. That way they can just eliminate us faster. But then I realized, no, that's not what it is. I remember telling Zach on the phone, Steve's one of his other guys, Zach, hey, what's up, Zach? You know you work for him. Don't pretend you don't. And so I even talked to him on the phone. I'm telling him where, this is before I thought anybody was really working for SJD. This is back when I thought he was still, that he literally was poor, and he was being slandered for no reason. And I, you know, I was sticking up for him. I didn't like that. That was back when he was telling me how great, wonderful I am, and that I have the spirit of Enoch. Hey, Steve, say that again. Can you say that again? You know what, Steve? I need you to tell people that you think that I have the spirit of Enoch. And if I don't have the spirit of Enoch, if you don't think that I have the spirit of Enoch, then why? Because I'm going to show the text message that shows that you said that, by the way, your spirit is attached to Enoch. And then before that, oh, hey, I was watching that one video about the shriveled balls. You know, because there was a testicle eating disease out there from that lady Diana that says the news with great fear. There was a ball eating testicle eating disease that it's like they're trying to get you to stay away from it's mainly having sex with women. That's, I mean, literally, that's, the chances were greater if you had sex with a woman. So you know what I'm saying, where they're kind of going with that. So anyway, Steve, you text me, you're like, I had to laugh at that video, testicle ball. Oh my God. Like I said, you're a very sincere and honest man. I mean, those two text messages alone, you know, do a lot of damage, Steve. They do a lot of damage to what you're saying to anybody who might possibly believe you. So if you don't think that I have the spirit of Enoch, like you said, Steve, you're the one that said it, okay? If you don't think that, and if you don't think that I'm honest and sincere, like you said in the text message, not only like, I mean, not even 2 months ago, you know? Barely even 2 months ago. Maybe 3 months. If that's not the case, then what happened? What were you deceived? Is that what it was, Steve? Or were you lying, you know? Because Jesus doesn't lie, right? Even though you told me, don't be afraid to lie to anybody, because, you know, I'm like, oh, right, yeah, okay, Jesus, right. Don't be afraid to lie to anybody. I mean, what kind of Jesus is this? So I want to know. Hey, Steven, I need to answer this question, okay? What the fuck, man? I need to know, okay? How come you said that I was Enoch at first, and then now you're saying I'm not? I mean, fuck, man, it's just a fucking question, man. I mean, come over here. I don't give a fuck if you lie to me, man. Because say something, fuck. I mean, come over here, at least lie to me, man. Come on, buddy, lie to me. I mean, why would I tell people to lie to me? It's like I'm telling them to freaking sin. Oh my God, man, fuck, Steven. And how come? Also, how come you said that I was a sincere man? Okay, in a text message, I can prove it, and I will prove it. On my next video when I get home, okay? I'm going to record my phone messages and I'm going to show you, Steven. How come you said that now, but now you're saying that I'm deceived and I'm a liar and I'm a demon and you can't stop making videos about me, man. Fuck, man. So there's that. It's just a simple question, Steve. I mean, I love when people, like I'll glance through the comment section and you got why don't you answer just those questions, Robin? Huh? Why don't you fall into our trap, Robin? We're setting a snare for you. How come we keep falling into it like freaking dumbasses? Oh, man, you're so slick, Robin. Why don't I answer your questions? Because I don't have to. And if I answer one question, then you'll have 20 more. If I answer those 20, you'll have 50. It's a never-ending rabbit hole, you goofs. I told you I was going to get you demons to stand up. In other words, my goal is to pluck you guys up out of the field. You're standing up and plucking yourself up for me. I literally don't even have to move my fingers with the strings on it. I just have to say something out of my mouth and you guys get a rise out of it, literally and spiritually. So when you guys rise up, you're raising yourself up and getting plucked up out of the field. Because your spirit is being tested, and again, it just fails miserably. Some can cling longer than others. I mean, I would say, well, yeah, I mean, I'd say Tyler clung the most. The longest. Steve clung the hardest, and Tyler clung the longest. Because that's why you got a black eye, Tyler. You weren't effective, and I seen how you kept pushing the. No, Elijah, he really slew the prophets. I mean, it's like Stephen said. It's like he slew them there with the word, and he chopped them their heads off. All right, look, I was just trying to say that you guys aren't. That I won't chop your heads off. You know what I mean? That the Spirit won't chop your heads off. Because, here's the thing. Just like Christ was one person 2,000 years ago, his spirit is now in, I don't know how many people, but in the end, it'll be everybody. In the end, it'll be 7.6 billion people. Hopefully. But, here's the thing. You guys, I always said this. I knew that God is going to punish you, obviously, because the Bible says so. Because Father said that. That's why. I mean, Father says He's going to punish you. He's going to punish you, but you have to go through this this little tormenting of your dreams. And that is the way that God's going to get you guys to turn back. And other people who see, like, these stars that just... I mean... Let me try to remember this one thing, okay? About all the spirits, people, all the prophets back in the day, they had a certain spirit. That same spirit is poured out on many. So when you pour out a spirit, it drenches a lot of people, and they get cleansed, and they also, at the same time, they get a spirit poured out of them, because the spirit of life is the water of life, and the water is the gospel, and the gospel is truth. So the truth is being poured out on many different people. The spirit of Enoch is poured out on people because they see everything that's not true. You know, they see the vision of things like I just seen with that shooting star. It was like landing like an airplane. It wasn't shooting directly down like that. It was like when you skip a rock across the water, that's how it was going down. Like, I mean, like kind of, not really like skipping water straight across. Yeah, pretty much, you know, because you're throwing it from here and it's like slinging down. Once it hits the water, before it hits the water, it's like a rock throwing it into the water, and then it skips along. It was beautiful. So back to the dreams, this is how God's going to torment you guys. He's already tormenting people like Andrea Knows and that Lefty freaking character clown that likes to he all over the place, and he, because they are catnappers. But one thing I said yesterday might not be 100% true. People that catnap are evil, wicked evil. Those two, okay, let me rephrase what I'm saying here. Those two that I was talking about yesterday, Andrea Knows and the Lefty account, they are wickedly evil, and they're catnappers. Okay, so when you see catnappers, and then you connect their spirit, and their spirit is disgustingly evil, well, and they failed miserably. Lefty, remember, you failed miserably trying to fool me. They were your own words. It was so great that you said that about yourself. I failed miserably with you. I'm pissed. I failed miserably with you. I'm like, I know. I knew that. So you failed miserably, but you guys catnap, and catnapping, I've never heard of it. I literally never heard of people catnapping until you two guys said that. And then I look at your spirit, and your spirits are disgusting. They need to be cleansed. And so I'm seeing that God is already tormenting you guys with your dreams. What other reason is there that you would catnap besides your sleep is being taken from you and your dreams trouble you? Or, you know, that you're paid to troll. I mean, you gotta kind of like take turns, but it's like Andrea will call Lefty like, all right, I'm gonna take a cat nap now. Okay, I'll be up in 2 hours. Take over, shift change. Okay, Andrea. Like the freaking witches that fly in a broom, like I think that's why you guys hee a lot. Anyway, it's pretty disturbing. So back to the spirits being poured out. It's not just on one person. I don't believe any spirit is truly poured out on one person. I mean, I like to just say it's like a group effort with everything. So, because there's a satanic spirit poured out on everyone. It's not poured out on just one person. Even though Steve is taking the cake, I mean, he's taking the cake. He taking the cake on that one, Robin. Your birthday cake. You're not gonna live to see your birthday. And this guy's taillight is out. I wonder why. Steve, can you search the matter out? Because you're a king. It's the matter of kings to search that matter out. Search it out. The matter, Steve. Why would a 2017 Toyota Corolla have a one taillight out and or one headlight out? So Satan himself is, well, he's the spirit. It's the spirit of Satan, Satanist. It's been poured out amongst a lot of people here on earth. The Spirit of Christ, same thing, has been poured out. Poured out first on 144,000. The 144 were born that way. It's just the Spirit, I believe, 7 years ago, was poured out when we were warned about judgment that was coming upon this whole earth here. And so 7 years it's been in the making, going into the 8th year. We're into the 8th year now. We're getting close to the 8th full year. So it's the 7th and of the 8th. And it's also the 7th and of the 8th generation. And you know, those kings, they have all fallen. 5 of them have fallen. Starting with the recent, which would be Trump and Trump, Obama, George Bush, what's the other guy's name? The one that swore he didn't have sex with that woman. The one that lied his ass off just like SJD is right now. I swear, guys, I'm a poor self-conservative. I don't have sex. I mean, I'm telling the truth. I don't have sex with women. But, however, I did not inhale either. Clinton. And then before him, the other Bush, the father. So it's George Bush Sr. And then before, I forget, whatever. So it's of the 7th and of, Steve is of the 8th. He's definitely of the 8th generation also. And of the 7th. He is the 8th and of the 7th. Is he sleeping enough? Oh, you probably can't see that. You can't. I just can't. I mean, you can see the star clearly, I'm sure, wherever it is. Knock, knock. Who's there? Freemasons. Freemasons who? Freemasons who think they're gonna rule the world. Hey guys, I just woke up. Oh man, I must have slept like 9 hours straight. I love being the Lion of the tribe of Judah. The Father says I don't have to work. He just says, just be a lazy piece of shit and don't do anything, cause thou art worthy. I like to brag that I don't have to work and I'm lazy as shit. A lion it just sits there anyway, you know. It makes the women do all the work. You know, it's like, yo bitch, go get my food. Rawr. And then the woman goes and gets the food and kills the bait. And then lazy lion just gets up. Thanks, honey. Go. I guess you gotta play the role, man. Play the role. I remember the one time you're like, showing your ring. Yeah, I still have my ring. But even the Lion of the tribe of Judah has to cut grass. And then I'm like, I'm talking to you on the phone. I'm like, so I see you cut your grass today. You're like, no, that was from before. That was a video from before. Why would you post a video from before about cutting the grass? It just proved to me how you have a playlist that on certain days you'll just play a video when you're not there because you've already played it. However, because I've gotten you to get up and do more videos, Steve, recently you're at your studio a lot more often now. Because you have to convince people that you really truly do live there, and that you are a poor suffering servant. I mean, I don't know who in their right mind could possibly believe that if they watch my channel. I mean, if you watch my channel, the regular subs that watch, you are in the right state of mind. The ones that have to watch, here we are at Olney and Broad and Olney again. Hey Steve, you gonna create an accident up here so you can hold me up again like you did yesterday for a half hour? The ones that have to watch and that are paid to, and or, you know, you gotta kind of like scroll through my video and fast forward it a little bit. I'm just wondering, what state of mind are you in right now? If you think that Steven isn't who I believe he is, or at least he's not who he says he is, we can categorize it that way. There's some people that believe he is who I say he is, and there's others that believe, well, he just, I don't want to go take it that far, Robin, but he truly ain't who he says he is. Well, I'm telling you that it's looking a lot like he just isn't who I say he is. And he is who I am saying he is. I'm saying who Steven is. The character of Steven James. I'm saying that Steven is a Klingon. He's the leader of the Klingons. He has a network that used to troll people on YouTube when they were talking about Judgment Day back in 2011. They were trolling people. I'm telling you that Steve knows all about Harold Camping. All about him. And he tried to use him as bait for me. It worked for a little bit. But now, Steve, the bait that I got is the truth. You're biting on that bait, and that hook is in your jaw, and I'm still reeling you in, shark. Because you can't help but to try to bite that truth and just tear it apart and get rid of it. So you're trying to gnaw on it like, Robin, cut it out. You're lying, Robin. You're a liar. You're a lion from the tribe of Judah. You're a lion, liar.